I'm a question to ask, what happened to humanity in this world, man? I'm in the gas station getting coffee around the corner from my company. And I see an elderly woman walk her grandchild into the store when I pull up. I'm in to get my coffee, but I noticed I heard the woman tell a little child, and the child had been like 3 or 4. She told her, well, baby, don't get the big bag, get the small bag. Granny can't afford much right now. They get to the register, mind you. I'm like 4 people behind them. Put the card in, it's declined. And the woman said, well, I know I got money on there. And the woman rang or whatever, and she said, oh, I think you got $3.89, whatever the case is. And the woman looked at her granddaughter and she said, well, baby, we'll try again later. So she's walking out. Now, as she walking out towards the door, one of the couples in front of me gonna say some dumb ass with a man saying to his girlfriend, she probably knew she didn't have the money. Gonna bring that baby all the way out here just to embarrass her. I didn't say nothing. I know my temper. I just walked up there, caught the lady, said, hold on, man, grab that bag. She said, I couldn't afford it. Yes, you can, grab that bag. So the woman walked out the store with it and said, thank you. She told the little girl, tell that nice man, thank you. I just looked at the baby, smile, and the woman at the register, she's smiling at me. But I told her, give me a pack of Newport and put all of that on mine. And she gonna say that was a good thing you done. I said, no, that's the only thing I could have done, man. It ain't about the grandmother. It wasn't for me. I got still a little compassion in me for children, man. And to see that baby's face, knowing she can't get what she wanted, and for a motherfucker to say, oh, she probably came over. I watched where they came from. It was not like she walked across the fucking street. I doubted that woman walked 3 damn blocks, hoping somebody would give them a fucking bag of chips. Maybe she thought she had enough. I don't know. But all point being is, humanity's gone in this world. And we wonder why we're in the position we are in. Y'all think about that.
Message.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More important, you saw that clip. Shout out to him, man. We're going to get right into it, man. I really think a lot of y'all need to suffer. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of y'all walking around here heartless and having all of these sarcastic, passive aggressive, anarchist mindsets and ideologies really because you spoiled. Really because you've been living life on easy mode. People been doing the heavy lifting for you. People been footing the bill for you. You know, people been making the sacrifices for you. So a lot of y'all brats. And when something actually happens in real life, you look down on people. And y'all and the lack of humanity is trifling. You see somebody down on their luck, you instead of trying to give them a helping hand, you try to kick them. Couldn't be me. Oh, actually, it could be you. See, a lot of y'all don't realize how close y'all are to being the same people y'all spit on. And a lot of you just are ungrateful. See, when you go to the store and you have extra, have a little extra change and you say, hey, um, don't just keep the change and say that for somebody if they short. You, you know what that comes from? That comes from being short. And somebody going, don't worry about it, I got it. Here's $1, here's 50 cents, here's da. Because people have done that. And you've done it for other people. Some of y'all don't know what it's like to go get something to eat. And you're hungry. And this might be your last amount of money, but somebody, you might have a friend or family member with you, they're hungry too. So even though you just spent your last to get yourself something to eat, you know what? Let's split this. I can't sit here and watch you and get a full stomach and watch you starve. I can't do that. Y'all don't understand what that is. Y'all don't get it where you don't pay attention and watch your parents and your grandparents actually make a smaller plate for themselves to make a bigger plate for you. And they go to bed as adults hungrier than you. And you don't have because you don't get the thank you and the gratitude of that. Y'all haven't had people walk heat, summer heat, 100 degrees, rain, snow, walk somewhere to get something for you that you may have needed or wanted, deserved or did not deserve. So y'all don't think people out here giving blood for a couple of bucks just to put food on the table. But you can't but your mind can't wrap your mind around it because your life been on easy mode. It couldn't be me. Or yes, it could. You talking crazy about somebody, and you might be in one accident away from getting a medical bill that wipes you all out. But you don't think about the family members, the friends, the complete strangers who come along and go, listen, man, I've been in that situation. Here's a place to stay. It's gonna be a minute. I get it. Y'all act like y'all haven't had that type of humanity. And let me go back. I'm not a church going guy, but I'm so glad that my grandparents introduced me to God because the things that I've seen God do in their lives and other people's lives and in my life, I understand that there's a God somewhere. And sometimes some of the best things happen in the worst situations. Y'all don't know what it's like to see a person who can see you in your lowest and see themselves in you and do for you what wasn't done for them. Not not for, hey, I'm on Instagram list for this. No, because God finally gave them the opportunity to make that right. But y'all don't get that. Don't have enough heart. Don't have enough humanity. We don't run into the kids that deserve it enough. We don't run into the adults that deserve it enough. I remember this story with Ludacris. He was at he's at a Whole Foods, and he says, and a lady in front of him, same thing happened. She didn't have enough money to pay for the food, and he just said, "Hey, don't worry about it. Pack her stuff up. I got it. Move on." And she was taken aback, and she was like, "Thank you." And he said, "What's your name?" He said, "Chris. Don't worry about it." And the lady at the register says, "Don't worry about it." He does that. See, when people have it to give, they do. And that's a rich person doing it for somebody else. But that rich person, I know somebody did something like that for him. You know what it's like to see somebody at a restaurant with their kids, and they got that look on their face like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. and somebody can see them from afar and go, I've been there. Don't worry about it. So, that's the society that I come from, that I'm proud of. When somebody will walk over to you and tap you on the shoulder and give you a handshake and have a couple of dollars in there because they can see it. Where people were getting evicted. And they said, listen, don't worry about it. I know you're a good person. I know you're running late. I know you're running on hard times. Don't pay me. You can't pay me today, but pay me at this date. And don't worry about the late fee. People's parents die. People's friends die. And that same lady that you cut her grass is the same lady that had made a gang of food, because when people come over, you you need help. They're there. Humanity, man. You can't, like if y'all ever actually read the Bible, man, there's a story about the lady in the alabaster box. And people were giving gifts to Jesus or whatever. And the lady gave is basically a perfume, cologne, whatever you want to call it. Is a white box. And she opened it and gave it to and poured it on Jesus. And that was all really she had. And at that, and the moral of that story was God knows what you're giving into proportion of what you have. She gave pretty much everything she had. And there are people out in this world who are such good-hearted people, they will give their last to another person because they know what it's like to not have anything. And to live in a world where y'all motherfuckers out here acting like y'all gonna look down on people. And here's the killer part. I've seen people who was the person that needed help get help and grow up to be the person who spits on the person that needs help. You gotta care, man. If you can't care about people, old people, children, what is wrong with, like? It's crazy. You people out here just y'all need to suffer, man. Because I don't think y'all know what it's like to look at a person and see that person don't want nothing from you, but want to do something for you because they know where you at. Now y'all making humanity a class issue. If you ain't balling, I can't do nothing. Man, cut it out, man. Cut it out. But I'm gonna leave it at that, man, because that bothers me, man. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.